What's going on, everybody? I'm Quest for Nostalgia. I like talking things nerdy and gaming, but I hate really long intros. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I took my Ikea shelves from this to this. So let's get into it. So a lot of people have Ikea shelves like this, and as you guys can see, I'm making 3D printed helmets, and I wanted a little bit more space to show off them. So I was trying to think of ways I can condense it down, and it felt like there was a lot of wasted space with these Ikea shelves. You know, if you have these, they're awkward because you can't fit two games on top of each other. You got to kind of lay them down, and then you also don't want to put things front to back because you don't want to lose the, side of it. You can double stack, but then you forget it's back there. You're never going to pull it out. So I wanted some way that I could have both. I could have it displayed with two rows and really utilize that. So I thought, why not go to the dollar store and get some foam board? And that's all this is. It's just foam board. $1 a piece. It comes in big sheets, and yeah, I was like, all right, I can do some of this and hot glue. I think it came out really cool, so I wanted to share this with you guys if you guys have this very common cube style organization. Pretty much what I did was I took the game and the gap from what was above it, right? So this would be the height of a cube, and then all I did was take that, because then you knew if you sat it on that height, then it also would fit inside the cube, and then this would be a perfect row from behind. So maybe you would cover up, that much of the game when you put them behind each other. All right, so what you're seeing here is me just measuring the shelf really quick. It's like 13 some inches, and it doesn't have to be exact at all. And then I'm going to measure the top of there, and that's probably the most important to see what you want height-wise there. But a game case was pretty much exactly what I wanted there. A little bit of play, a little bit of room. And so I'm just going to take those measurements and I'm going to put them onto the board. So I'm measuring it out, put it on there, make my mark. And I use a straight edge, like a speed square, to make it nice and square to the board. But honestly, this game case here would have been perfectly fine to make the edge straight there. And you'll see I'm going to use it on the opposite side to make sure that both heights are the same, and just making the shelf, that height there. So I'm going to take my straight edge, connect the 2 points, and I've got one completely marked out here. And if you're making multiple, you can just use this as a template from there on out. I'm using an X-Acto blade to cut through this, but if you don't feel comfortable using X-Acto blade, scissors work fine. It gets a little tight as you're trying to cut through there, but it will definitely work for you if you need to do that. So here I just made 2 of them, and that's going to be the top and the front of the shelf. Next, what you're seeing me do here is making what I call support blades for it. And so I'm just using the width of the game because that's the same as the width and height of the shelf. And so I'm making a square for the insides, which could be the end of the boxes as well. Instead of making a full cube, you really only have to make front, top, and then some side pieces. So here I am showing you that I'm going to make 3 of these blades, and I'm going to put one in the center to take out some slack, and I'm going to put one on the end and on each end. Now I'm just going to hot glue these things in. It's super simple. I just put a few dots here and there. Sometimes I was doing big long strands of it, but the dots worked really well. Put it into place. I'm using a low temp hot glue gun, and that way I don't burn my fingers. And then I just coat it with a little bead of it on the inside once that was tacked down. And here I am starting to put those support blades in. Like I said, there was 3 of them. Again, just tacked down the corners and held it in place really quickly. And then I did that 3 different times, and you'll see I have a good support. Something to support the center, something to support the edges. And since it's not something that's moving around a ton, it really was sturdy enough for me. And so here I am again, just tacking down the sides, running a bead along the inside just to give support. Doesn't have to be really nice. You can see the edges are rough and the glue's all stringy, but because it's going in the back, it hides everything, and boom, there we are. Super fast, super easy to do. This is the hard part, picking what games go in the back. Oh my goodness, like this is the one where you're like, what's a front tier game and what's a back tier game? It puts you on the spot to try to figure out what games you actually like, and what do you think you're not going to play, and what doesn't need to be as shown. But yeah, I love how this turned out. That's it before, and then now we're going to look at it after. I love how I can still see the games behind, but I get all that space back. As you guys can see, I made so much space over here. Now I have so many room for helmets here. I was able to double up all of my games here and then, you know, go through and do a bunch of them. It made so much more space, still a really cool presentation. I even did that for my Goosebump books over here. It was a perfect way to stack double Goosebump books and turn that into one cube. And like I said, it just really made it awesome for me to be able to have shelving space for my helmets. Hopefully this is helpful for you guys. You know, I was really struggling with what to do with all the dead space in that shelf, and I really think this accomplished what I wanted to do. Let me know in the comments below, do you guys use these, or do you guys use the common IKEA Billy bookcases? I know like Happy Console Gamer uses those, and a lot of people do as well, because you can put the shelves at different heights, and that's really cool. But yeah, if you're stuck with kind of this, you know, that you can find cheaply, it was a really good solution. Thanks so much for watching the video. If you like it, like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me grow. We're really close to approaching 400. I'd love to hit 500. So yeah, help me out if you can, and you know, throw that subscription on there. I really, really appreciate that. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.